Hey everybody, welcome back to Vinyl Junkie Record Shop. My name is Mike, and today I'm going to do an unboxing of a big box of year-end records that I got from Metal Blade. A lot of these record labels have clearance sales for the end of the year, and that's how I get a lot of my money on buying things that I probably don't need to spend my money on. But you'll find some really good deals on these things, so let me show you the box I got. It's kind of a big box, about like the one I got from Spin Me Round the other day. So again, this is from Metal Blade, so let's get into opening this up. You hear a little clackety clack on the hardwood floor. That's Jack walking around. He's going to be out of camera range. And Sammy's here today too, and he's known to stick his little face in the camera shot, so you might see him from time to time. All right, let's see if all these are boxed up individually in here. And looks like they are going to be. So we'll set this big box aside and get them out individually. There's my packing receipt. All right. Oh, I guess they aren't all individually wrapped. These are just boxing materials in here. So we'll just get them out one by one. Okay. So we'll start with the one on top. This one is, this is one that I didn't listen to this when it came out. This came out, I think this year, or was it last year? I think this is actually one that's come out this year. No, it was last year, 2022. A lot of critical praise. A lot of people really liked this. A lot of people thought this was the album of the year. This isn't really my thing, but all these records were under $10. I think they were all $9.99. So I kind of thought that really this was one that was like $40 to get at full price, and as much praise as it did garner last year, I should give it a shot and listen to it. And anyway, it's a Cult of Luna with the Road North, the Long Road North. This is a 2-record set with light red marbled vinyl. Cult of Luna is kind of a Swedish progressive metal band, kind of like a post. I guess you could say they were could even say they're one of the originators of this kind of post metal kind of sound. Not, very atmospheric, and it can be quite loud and chaotic at times, but it's just, in general, it's not something I go to on a regular basis. But again, for the price range, I thought, why not? This looks like it's a gatefold, and I don't want to take the shrink wrap off of these gatefolds because I want to. Need to go get some more plastic sleeves to put them in, but I don't want to compromise the hype stickers on any of these, so I'm just going to leave them as they are. But I'll show you the record. What do they call this? That is not red to me. That's more like a peach. But it's a colored vinyl. They both look the same, so there's no sense in taking the other record out. Light red marbled vinyl. Yeah. Don't believe, I'm sure all you fellow record collectors know, and it's just kind of why they put the little asterisks by a lot of these now when you order them, that the actual color might vary, or it might not be as completely described, or when they put a picture up to show you. That is not light red at all. I thought it was going to be more kind of like the red than the album cover. But anyway, I have listened to this. It's not something that I think you just kind of put on and listen to here. No, you've almost got to have the time to immerse yourself in the entire album. Not my thing, but I do like it, and I think I might be able to enjoy them and their sound a little bit more if I put that on and give it a listen or so. Switching gears, this is more my speed, and this was a one. I think most of these albums are all from last year, from 2022. This is one that I remember when it came out. I listened to it online. Just for whatever reason, I didn't feel like I wanted to invest in it. Probably because of the $25 price tags on most of them. But these, again, I got all these for $9.99. And this is Trial with Feel the Fire. I thought this is the band that added, I thought they added SE or something next to their name. Maybe that was another band I was thinking about. Anyway, this is a traditional metal sounding band from, I want to say they're from Sweden also. But I don't know straighter and catchier than before. Trial are Forging Swedish Steel of Supreme Class. That's what the hype sticker there says. So I don't remember how many albums this is into their discography, but again, traditional heavy metal, Swedish style. Really great guitar playing on this. Great vocals, and I think it's a wood brown. Let's see, the record says it's wood brown marbled vinyl. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Yeah, I guess if you hold it up to the light, that's kind of cool. It might be hard to see. I think maybe you can see a little bit. When you take it out, it just looks like black until you get it like on a light source, and then you can see that it is kind of a transparent brown wooden kind of pattern. Let's see here. Let's see this. Just goes right back in there. It's having a hard time getting the. There it is. The sleeve. It's got just the metal blade sleeve and then the liner note sheet that I pulled out, and it looks like there's a download card, digital version, which I don't need because I listen to my stuff digitally on Apple Music. But yeah, this kind of didn't really hit my radar as far as something I wanted to pick up throughout last year. But it really is good material. I think if you like a dual guitar sound, if you like Priest, Maiden, all that kind of thing, the guitar work on this is really good. The vocals are great. One of the criticisms that I've kind of seen throughout the community is that the production's not the best. The vocal mix is a little bit buried. The vocals are buried in the mix a little bit. We'll see when we put it on and find out. Okay, another one. I do remember this one from last year. Actually, this is from 2021. I liked this album. I thought about ordering it a couple times, but again, I just didn't really want to spend the money on it. And also, too, my fear with this band is I don't know if it's legit or not, but here we're at the end of 2023, and they've not done anything new since this album, because these thrash bands are almost a dime a dozen anymore. But I did like this one. This is from Space Chaser, Give Us Life, and again, it's a gatefold. Looks like this one says it's on gold black dust vinyl. This is German old school thrash. Says it includes a poster also. But as I recall, kind of a little bit of maybe an Exodus vibe, more of like a modern sounding Exodus vibe. But it's traditional thrash metal. It's not going to be anything new. Pretty big poster here. Well, it's kind of neat. I don't know what I'll ever do with it. Bigger than my camera. So, okay. Now you get to watch me look like a fool and try to get this thing folded back into the way it should be folded. This is the risk you run in opening these things up, because I can never seem to get them to go back to their original form. And the hell with it. It's going to go to the side, and I'll deal with it later because, well, no, I don't really want to do that. Isn't this ridiculous? All right, it's going to go down here. Hopefully one of the dogs doesn't walk on it. Because, yeah, you take these things out, and then I have a hard time folding them back into the proper shape. Oh, wait a minute. I think just by wanting to lay it out on the floor, it actually took its natural form. Okay. So yeah, Space Chaser, German thrash. I do remember some people talked about this album a bit. It didn't really land on a lot of best of lists, but people did like it. I did like it. I just didn't want to buy it at the time. That's a pretty neat looking record, though. It's got the classic Metal Blade logo and what do they call this? Gold black swirl vinyl. So there we go. You can't ever really have, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having more thrash metal in your collection. And it looks like the lyrics are printed out in the gatefold there, which I'm not going to show again because I don't want to take the shrink off quite yet. So we'll put the poster back in there. And again, seeing this for $9.99, I thought that was reasonable. So we'll pick it up there. All right, another one, same kind of thing. I really listened to this. Oh, this was from 2021. Oh, this is from 2019, a bit older. So this was a big hit when it came out a couple years ago, and I listened to it, and I did like it. I just didn't want to buy it because at the time, these double albums were running over $35-40. And this is Arch Mathios, kind of like the brain center of classic Fates Warning. John Arch and Jim Mathios with Winter Ethereal, and it's on marbled vinyl, double LP. They got another gatefold. Don't really want to open and take the shrink off, but I will take the vinyl out so we can look at it. And it looks like there's a lot of other stuff in here. Take one of these records out. Oh, that's nice. Kind of a grayish marble vinyl. Yeah, Arch Mathios, not too far astray from what classic Fates Warning sounded like with Jim's technical wizardry guitar playing, and then John Arch had that very distinctive vocal style that I enjoyed on the first few Fates Warning albums. Ray, I always forget this and correct me. It's either Ray Alder, Ray Adler. I always forget how it's actually pronounced. But anyway, his replacement in the band had a more kind of a Arch had a distinctive timbre and pitch to his voice, and Ray was a little more classic sounding, maybe cleaner, and maybe a tad more powerful tone. But anyway, both great singers, both very unique sounding voices. So this one, if I remember right, this album has some quieter moments to it too, but I hadn't listened to it in a long time, so I'm going to enjoy putting that on and reacquainting myself with that one. Okay, here's one. This one, I think this one was only like $5. And I had no idea that I would like this at all. I had heard of this band, but I wasn't really familiar with much of their material. And I guess they're kind of labeled maybe hardcore. I thought it was going to be like a metal core, and I don't really think it's metal core. Anyway, the band is Twitching Tongues, Gaining Purpose Through Passionate Hatred. I believe this was released last year. Oh no, actually this is even older. This is from 2018. I thought these were a little newer. But yeah, I think it was $7 tops. I listened to this, and the first track on this album, it's called AWOL, State of the Union. That was worth a few bucks alone because it's got an intro riff that just absolutely floored me. This riff was like the kind of riff you get from the first Exhorder album, Slaughter in the Vatican. Those riffs, those slow guitar heavy riffs. That's what that reminded me of. Now, I'm not saying that this band sounds like that, just that riff and that song. And this album is chock full of those kind of those metal riffs. So yeah, I think this will be a decent listen. Let's take the record out and see what it looks like. I think it's just standard black vinyl. It doesn't. There's no hype sticker on this at all. So there, it looks like there is a poster. Let's set that aside. Download card. There's the band. They look kind of, they look more or less like a, I don't know, like a hardcore style. Oh, I guess it's, oh, that's kind of neat. That's pretty neat. Black and gold, I guess you call that a swirl. And that kind of copper Metal Blade logo label. But yeah, I don't know that this band is still relevant now. Like I said, I'd seen this come out when it was released. I've seen the band before. I've not seen them play. I mean, I've seen them around on websites and things like that, but just not super familiar with them. But yeah, I enjoyed what little bit of decent poster comes with it too. A little bit of sampling I did of this album. I enjoyed it, and I thought it would well be worth a few dollars to pick up the vinyl for it. So there that is, Twitching Tongues. And we're getting down to a couple more here. One that I was really happy to find. I really liked this album in 2021. I listened to this a lot online, and I really wanted to get this, but again, I just didn't want to spend the $25 or $26 on it. This is a traditional heavy metal band, again from Sweden. This is Portrait, and this album it got some pretty high praise in that year. With At One with None is the name of the album. It's on green vinyl. Again, it looks like it's a gatefold, or is it maybe this isn't a gatefold. Nope, it's not. So, yeah, it is a gatefold. I'm not gonna take this shrink off of it. But it's on green vinyl. It's pretty nice. This is a really good album. It's not crunchy heavy, but it's got a lot of great melodies, guitar playing, vocals, and it's just for fans of traditional heavy metal. Portrait's a band that's been around a long time. I don't think they've put out anything since this album, but yeah, I was super happy to find that for a pretty cheap price and add that. And then the other one, again, this was an older album. I think this is from this might be as old as 2017. But this is, I don't have any of this band's album or material on vinyl, so I thought this would be a good one to start with. And I really liked this album when it came out, but this is the classic Mighty Gwar with Blood of the Gods. This is the first album after the death of Dave Brockie. So this to me was an album that saw Gwar. A lot of their stuff is kind of, I think, more centered in punk rock kind of thing. They've played a whole type of different sounding things throughout their career, but this to me was more of just thrash metal and just classic heavy metal. It's got some really great songs on it. Swarm, War on Gwar, I'll Be Your Monster, Viking Death Machine. That's a great song. El Presidente. I like this song, this title, The Sordid Soliloquy of Saalborg Destructo. And then great anthem, the video for F This Place. Keep it rated G here. And then there's a great cover of AC/DC's If You Want Blood, You Got It. So I'm sure that this has a lot of interesting stuff that's packaged up in here, because GWAR is a very visual band, obviously. I'm not sure what kind of extras this comes with. I do have the cassette, or the cassette. I picked this up on CD when it was released. That doesn't say, again, there is no hype sticker, so I don't know if it's a special vinyl. There's on the lyric sheet, there is on one side that says Hail Odorous. So yeah, a lot of people say that GWAR without Oderus Urungus, or however you want to pronounce his name, Dave Brockie, is not GWAR. Oh, okay, it's clear vinyl, so that's neat. It's got the album cover there, or the a shot from the album cover on the label. Yeah, I really like this album. I think this was the material that the sound on this album is more classic metal, and is a great sound. I can't think of the guy's name that assumed vocal duties, but he's a great vocalist, and yeah, again, the whole effect of GWAR, that vibe, is well intact on this album. It doesn't look like there's much else in there. Probably all the photos and everything are going to be inside the gatefold. And again, I don't want to take the... Well, actually, you know what? There is no, like I said, there's no... I'll make an exception, because there is no hype sticker, so there's no sense in, I think, really keeping the shrink wrap on this then. And I want to take a look at this. See. Well, not a whole lot there. It kind of looks like the first Nuclear Assault album. This is maybe that color scheme, but it's some nice artwork. Blothar the Berserker is credited with the lead vocals, and also bass. These characters all change. I mean, they're like Kiss. The characters are similar, but the players have all changed. More than one of them have passed on now. So I don't know the real names of a lot of these people, but you know, you got Ballsack, the Jaws of Death, Jizmak the Gusha, Beefcake the Mighty on bass, Coffin Snapper, Sawborg Destructo, Blothar the Berserker. Looks like there is... Okay, yeah, I knew there had to be something. I don't know if this is going to be a poster or... oh, this looks like another one of those giant posters that I'm going to look like a fool trying to fold back into its original form. Oh, that one's pretty cool. That one's pretty cool. This one might just get laid out on the floor to kind of have the creases run out, and I might just find a frame that's big enough for that one, and have a GWAR poster here in the music room. Not been one of my favorite bands of all time, but they certainly are legendary. I have seen them. I was fortunate enough to see them when Dave was still with us, and it was an experience. If you've never been to a GWAR show live, you need to add that onto your list, because it is an experience. And for real, don't wear anything that you don't want to get messed up, because you are going to have fake blood sprayed upon you, whether you are in the front row or whether you're in the top. Wherever you're at wherever the venue is, you're going to be sprayed with fake blood. But their show is always fun, very energetic. This looks like a nicely packaged album, and again, all this for this nice double album, and everything contained therein for $9.99. So I'll just do the math here. Look what we did. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total records. And I think I spent, this doesn't have the price breakdown, but it was less than was less than $80 for all 7 of those records. That included the tax and shipping, I believe. Again, one of these was $5, another one was $7, and most of them were $9.99. So anyway, that's my haul for Metal Blade. Some stuff in there I'm really happy to have, and some things that I'm happy to add to the collection. That Cult of Luna, again, not really my thing, but I'm happy to have that to add to my collection, to say that I've got it. And let me know what you think about some of these records. And if you haven't gone on to some of these websites, do so. That if you're going to try to hit up the Metal Blade, I do it pretty quick, because their inventory seems to be dwindling. I wish I had found out about that year-end sale or got on it a lot earlier, because there were a couple of really great albums I would have liked to have gotten my hands on that were sold out. Riot being one of them. They had, what was it? What was it? The follow-up to Thundersteel they had on double vinyl, yellow double vinyl, was $7, and of course it had sold out a long time ago. So yeah, go online to Metal Blades website, check out their year-end clearance. There's a lot of stuff on there, things you might like, and see what you think. Oh, look, there's Sammy. He's going to make an appearance before we sign off here. So hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. Watch me do this unboxing. It's kind of like a Christmas present for myself, and I'll be hopefully be putting together my best of list here soon. I think I've got an idea of what I want to include on it. I'm not going to show as many this year, but I'll kind of wrap 2023 up and show at least the vinyl albums that I've purchased, and put together a best of thing. And again, thanks for stopping by, and hope to see you on the next episode.